And now it's the time we've all been waiting for. Your next comic is the man of the hour. I'm so very excited to see him go up. He is one of my favorite people. You know him from being here right now. Give it up for Noah Marger.
Y'all make me feel like freaking Ellen up here. I swear to God. God damn. Feels good being Ellen. I'll tell you what. She's gay. She's from the Bush family. She's awesome, dude. That's kind of my whole thing now is I'm Ellen. And I want to speak to Ellen directly right now. Ellen, if you're listening, please change your name to Ellen DeGenderless, please. It's 2019, for God's sakes, okay? That's what we want. If I seem sort of like sad or off right now, someone close to me sort of had a rough day in court today, so. We're just trying to figure that out. Home base and I are just trying to. What the fuck do we do? Fuck! God damn it, dude. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Praying for him, though. Praying for him. Give it up for the other comics you guys have seen. Give it up for Konner. Give it up for Emily. And give it up for Oba. And give it up for you guys for coming out. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. This means so much to me. Means so much that you all would be here right now. Imagine I just take out the biggest knife you've ever seen in your entire life and I start doing knife tricks while I'm saying this shit. So good to see you guys. I know parking's kind of a bitch, but I hope he's okay. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Okay? All right. Easy there, girl. Easy. Wow, wow. These are good people. Be nice to them. Be nice. Wow, wow. Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry. I'm going to just... Imagine if this was the rest of the show. Just this out of my fucking crotch. Yes, I'm on the app. It's not really going well. I'm not really sure why. It's not like I have my dick out in every photo on Tinder or anything. The Vegas money line for this show is so fucked. The odds, people are fucking pissed in Vegas right now. My dad moved to Vegas. He was probably giving them all the inside track on what to vote on. They're just sitting there going, fuck, he said he was gonna do the fucking Chili's joke. God damn it. Hasn't even fucking touched the Chili's joke. Farting in elevators? Fuck, they're just throwing money. It's like the fucking Black Friday. Great Depression, they're pissed at me. This guy fucking stinks. Fuck him. I do want to welcome a couple special people who are here tonight, seeing the show. In the back is the anti-woke police. They're here tonight. And if I do anything a little too woke tonight, okay, I'm going to jail for a very long time. That's what they're here to. They're keeping me in line, okay? And fellas, I know we're all big fans of the police in here, okay? So from the fellas, just from the fellas, ladies, I'll get to you in a second. Just from the fellas, can I hear a big hoo, 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 hoo? Yeah, that's my kind of comedy show right there. That's the bunch of horned up guys who want to shoot fucking guns. That's my kind of fucking show. And ladies, I didn't forget about you, okay? I didn't forget about you, because there's a big old nasty dripping wet drag queen in the back too, okay? And if I don't serve cunt hard enough tonight, she's gonna come up here and snatch my wig! Ladies, can I get a big yes, queen, from you? That's my kind of comedy show. Just being so gay. That's my kind of comedy show. Well, the real reason we're all here tonight, I do want to address the elephant in the room. Right off the top, the real reason we're all here tonight O.J. Simpson passed away on April 10th, 2024. Hell of a running back, I gotta say. Hell of a running back. First guy to ever run for over 2,000 yards in a season. So funny in Naked Gun. And that's all I know about him, actually. I don't know anything else about him. And I'm not going to learn anything else about him either. No, my mom died. She died. Whoops. Whoops, she died. That sucks. She was 56 when she died. That is such a bad age to die at. Are you kidding me? When you hear that someone died at like 75, 80, 85, you're like, wow, what a life they must have lived. 75 years old, 80 years old. What a life. You hear someone died at 56 and you go, I don't think they meant to do that. I think they meant to keep living for a while, actually, which is not the case in this situation. And I remember the first time I found out. It was actually just a little over a year ago. I was home for my sister's college graduation. I went to go visit my mom. Really fun weekend. Really proud of my sister for graduating. In college, we didn't think she could do it, but she did. Congrats to her. That's why we're all so fucking happy. Good job, Malia. You're not here tonight. Wonder why. I don't know. But I went to go visit my sister. Or, excuse me, my mom. Not my sister. I would not do that. Went to go visit my mom. And we were hanging out. And I was supposed to go home the next day. And she said, you might not want to get on the plane. And I'm like, what do you know? That I don't. And then she said, no, you just might not want to go back right away. And I said, oh, why? And she said, I have cancer. And it's stage 4. And we don't know if it's terminal or not. And I just cried. That's the only thing you can do. I just cried. And I sat there with my mom. We cried 2 hours. We didn't say a word. We just held each other and we cried. What can you say? There's nothing you can say in that situation. And after about 2 hours, my mom says, I gotta get up, sweetheart, I'll be right back. And so now I'm alone. I'm just alone on her couch, and I don't know what to do. I have a million thoughts running through my head. Is she gonna survive? How can I help? If there is an afterlife, I hope that she goes to the good one, I guess. I just have all these thoughts running through my head, and I don't know what to do, and I'm freaking out. And as I have all these thoughts running through my head, about 10 feet away, I hear the nastiest fucking fart I've ever heard in my entire life. Like you wound up a door stopper and just let it go. Just fucking nasty. And it's like, and the shitting was like when too much water comes out too small of a hole. Just like glug, 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 glug. And it's like bouncing off the fucking bathroom. And I'm crying because I just found out my mom had cancer and this is fucking happening to me now. And I'm just sitting there like, fuck, that's hilarious. Very funny, very good. And I'm like, did she tell me that she had cancer then because she knew she was going to destroy the bathroom? And there's nothing I can fucking say to that at all. There's just nothing. Hey, thanks for coming back, I guess. What do you say to that? I don't know. And then I'm like, damn. What if that's just what cancer is? You just shit like crazy. And if that's what it is, maybe I've had cancer for 26 years of my life. Maybe. We don't know. Hopefully. Knock on wood. ... Perfect. Very funny. Very funny. There's only been really one other time in my life that there's truly, what can you say? Moments constantly where I'm like, wow, I'm kind of at a loss for words. But like, truly, what can you say? And the other one happened about 3-4 years ago during lockdown. I was living at home with my dad during that time, during the lockdown. We all remember the lockdown. I don't have to explain that to people. We all remember when that was? Okay, cool. It was awesome, by the way, if you weren't there. It was awesome. And I'm living at home, and I'm just pissed all the time because I have to just see my dad in the kitchen every day. Making the same sandwich I've made all the time. And he's like, looks good. And he said that to me for the rest of my life. Just up until that point, I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. I hope this goes on forever. It's going to be sick. And it was just a horrible time. I just hated lockdown so much, hated being at home. And fortunately, though, I will say I did not have a lockdown birthday in 2020. My birthday was early enough in the year that I missed that in 2020. And I said to myself, man, oh man, it would be really sad. It would be really depressing to me if the next year in 2021 we're still doing this on my birthday. And we were still doing it on my birthday. But I gotta say that was the best day of lockdown I ever had. I got to talk to so many of my friends. We ordered Cheesecake Factory delivery, which was awesome. Just trying to make it fun for me, I guess. And it was just like a generally day of like, oh, this is what life is supposed to be. This is what life is supposed to be, not what we've been doing for the last almost year. I went to bed that night thinking, man, that's what I want. I miss this. I can't wait to get back to that. And I hope 2021 has that in store for me. And then I woke up the next day and January 6th was happening on the television. And I went, yeah, oh yeah, we're killing ourselves tonight. We're ending our life tonight on January 6th. And I want to make it very clear, I wasn't depressed because it was just a mockery of what we think our government is or anything, or just how stupid the whole thing was. I was depressed because I wasn't there with them. It looked like so much fucking fun. I want to just be like, can I come in? Yes, and you can go in, and you can shit on Pelosi's desk, and you can steal documents that don't mean anything to you. It looked like the best day of their lives. Probably was, and I wish I was there with them, so shout out to those guys. They're awesome as fuck. And I wasn't there. Why? Because of the novel coronavirus, apparently, and whatever that means. We are all doing forced vaccination after the show, by the way. Forced boosters. We'll be doing it outside. You think I'm kidding? I'm not. So then I came back, jumping forward ahead in time by many years. Come back to LA after finding out my mom is sick, and I don't know what to do at all. I have no fucking idea what to do. What are you supposed to do? You're just supposed to live your life normally? No. But that's what I tried to do. I just tried to do what I was doing before, which is this horrible knowledge in the back of my head. This is on? There we go, cool. And when people would ask me, how are you doing? I would just lie. I wouldn't say that I was doing bad. I was just like, oh yeah, I'm doing okay. And I shouldn't have done that. But I did that because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna bum them out if I say that my mom is sick. I'm stupid for that. I should have just said, I'm not doing well. I should have just said that. And I realized once I did start telling people that if they're really your friend, they're gonna love you and they're gonna care about you and it's gonna be okay. It's gonna suck, but it's gonna be okay. And I wish I did it for that reason. And for the other reason is a lot of innocent people had to die when they asked me how I was doing because I would just shoot them in the fucking head before I can answer. They'd be like, oh, how's it going? I go, yeah, doing good. Can't really complain. Work's work, Work's work. And even still, now that most people in my life, if not everybody, knows, and someone says, how you doing? I still freak the fuck out. I still don't know what to say. And I have this, if I don't know them very well, I have this, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Regis Philbin style thing happening in my head where they're in the hot seat with Regis and Regis is like, welcome back to Does Anybody Give a Fuck About What's Going On in Noah's Life? First question, can he talk about his mom's cancer? Is it A, no? B, fuck no? C, I guess? Or D, suck my fucking cock? And the person's sitting there going, do I have to answer this? Or you're just like, you have to answer the question. Okay. Can I use a lifeline or something? You can't, she's already dead. Okay. All right. Let's be cool. It's my mom, it's not your guys' mom. Relax. I can say that. You guys, if you say that to me after the show, I'll kick your fucking ass, okay? Let's just be very clear about who's riding the boat here, who's driving the boat. Okay? So they go, can I use lifeline? He says, no, you can't. Okay, that's a joke. Cool. C, I guess. Final answer? Yeah, final answer, I guess. That's correct. I guess I'll listen to my friend talk about his mom's cancer. And it just goes on like that because it's hard to talk about. It's really hard to talk about. That's why I'm standing up here talking about it in front of you all right now. That's why, because it's so hard to talk about. And I can't talk to anyone in my family about this. I mean, I could. I don't want to. I don't want to talk to anybody in my family about this. I definitely don't want to talk to my dad about this. And I love my dad. I want to be very clear. I love him. He's my dad. I don't like him. I don't like him. If I just met him at a party, didn't know him at all, and he started talking to me, I'd go, "Oh, cool, shipping logistics, awesome! Oh, you like Bill Maher? That's fucking awesome, dude! Oh, dude, your favorite song is Back in Black by AC/DC? I gotta go home or to church or something, man. This sucks. I gotta get the fuck out of here. Good talking to you, though." And the story I always tell, to kind of give a succinct version of who my dad is back in 2019. Who remembers 2019? Let's hear it for 2019. Yes. A little movie called Uncut Gems came out, okay? We love it. We love Uncut Gems. We love Uncut Gems. And part of the nice thing about living in LA is I saw the movie twice before I went home for the holidays. I just kept telling my dad, "Dad, you gotta see this movie with me when I come home. You're gonna love this movie." And he's like, "Nah, I don't know. Looks kind of bad." And I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna keep trying to get you to see this movie. I'm gonna try to do anything to connect with you at all. I'm gonna try." I keep persisting, nothing really kind of pushing through. And eventually, I go home, and I just sort of hit him a softball. I say, "Hey, hope you thought a little bit more about Uncut Gems. No worries if not. We're just playing a light little game, a light little pickleball game of the whole thing." And he actually starts to play with me. He sort of hits it back, and he goes, "Yeah, I actually looked into it a little bit more. I'd love to go see that movie with you, actually." And I'm like, "Oh, shit, now we're kind of playing like a little game of tennis here. Now we're having fun." And I'm like, "Well, I've seen it, so you can pick the time, you can pick, everything else. When do you want to go see it?" And he goes, "Yeah," and he spikes the ball as hard as he can. And he says, "How about 9:30 in the morning on Christmas Day?" That's true. That's not a bit. That's true. And I've seen the movie twice. It's the most anxiety-inducing movie of the year, bar none. But I hate this guy in this moment, so I say, "That's a perfect time to go see Uncut Gems. Let's go, dude. Yeah, hell yeah. I love setting an alarm to go to a movie. I love getting up and shaving and putting on deodorant to go to a movie with my dad that I've seen already." So, of course, the day comes, the alarm goes off, get up, get in the car, go to the movie. And obviously, we're the only people in the theater, obviously. So we get the best seat in the damn house. Say it with me. Back row, right-hand corner next to the speaker. Next to the scratched speaker in Beaverton, Oregon. And I'm watching it. I'm having fun. I have my 64 ounces of Coke Zero next to me, and I'm having fun. And I look over at my dad halfway through, and he is stone-faced watching Uncut Gems. And I go, "I tried. I really tried. I really tried with this guy, but it's not working. And that's okay. I really tried." So I watch the rest of the movie. Lights come up, credits rolling. I look over to him. I know he's about to read my ass in an empty theater for making him go to this. And he says nothing. He says nothing at all. I go, "Oh, interesting. A little change of tactic. Maybe he'll wait until we're out of the auditorium. Maybe he'll wait till we're in the lobby." We leave the theater. We're walking in the lobby. It's dead silent. It's Christmas Day at the movies in the morning. He says nothing. I'm like, "Okay, well, when we get in the car, when there's no cameras around, he's going to lay into me. He's going to lay into his son, who's 22 years old at the time, and he's going to hit him for taking him to see this movie." And we get in the car. We're a mile and a half away from the fucking house. We don't live close to the theater, and he still hasn't said a single word to me about Uncut Gems. So I am the adult, and I break the silence, and I say, "Dad, what did you think of Uncut Gems, for fuck's sake?" And he takes a big, deep breath, and he goes, "I don't know about you, but I don't like to go to the movies and feel depressed." And I said, "Okay, take him. If you had to rate the movie on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think you would give it? Just hypothetically." And he goes, "Man, I don't know. 9.5 out of 10, I guess." So I'm not going to talk to him about my mom dying of cancer. You can't talk to him about that. And I'm not going to talk to my sister about it either. Again, I love my sister. She's awesome. She's very cool. But I'm not going to talk to her about it because she doesn't really want to talk about it. I've had such a hard time getting her to talk about it, even now. She doesn't really want to get into it. She's just kind of distracting herself, just sort of doing her own thing, avoiding. But I did get her to talk to me about it one time. There's one time where we really talked about it. And she initiated it, actually, believe it or not. She sent me a article link, People magazine article, and it said, "Star of Friends Matthew Perry has passed away." And I don't care about that personally, but she did enough to send me a link. So I replied with, "Damn, that's too bad. Rest in peace, Matthew Perry." I think that's pretty good for something that I don't give a shit about at all. Damn, that sucks. Rest in peace, Matthew Perry. She responds with, "Fuck. God fucking damn it. It always happens to the good ones. God fucking damn it. Why can't I just have one moment where something goes right in my life? Fuck. I'm so upset." I said, "That's very well said, Malia. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing your feelings about his death." And I thought that was the end of the conversation. I thought that was it. And she replies with, "I just hope every member of his family, however well they knew him, gets a moment to mourn and grieve the loss of one of television's biggest stars ever." I said, "Hey, is there anything you want to talk about?" Anything at all, like at all? Anything? And she didn't respond to that. So, not saying I want this, but I think the rest of the cast of Friends is going to have to die if I want to know what my sister thinks about my mom's death. And I'm just saying, David Schwimmer, what do you got going on right now? Because I would like to know more about how my sister feels about my mom's death. So obviously, it's bad. It's bad. It's a bad situation. It is terminal. Her cancer was terminal. And it was just the worst. It was the worst. It was the worst moment of my entire life, obviously. And it sucked. There's nothing else. It sucked. But at the same time, I truly believe this. I'm not just saying this. I truly do believe in any situation, regardless of what it is, there is a silver lining to be gotten from it. And so I was thinking about what were the silver linings in this whole situation. And I realized, I had a lot of time actually get this situation to sort of indulge in a new hobby of mine that I really like. Maybe some of you have heard of it. Have you guys heard of OnlyFans? Have you guys heard of jacking off to OnlyFans models? What's the deal with jacking off? The cum comes out. It should be called jacking out. I dated a 17-year-old in 1998. My Pop-Tart movie sucks cock, and no one tells me that. No one's gonna tell me. That's what Jerry Seinfeld would have to say about that, by the way. That's cool. So I'm jacking off so much. OnlyFans girls. And you might be thinking, that's sad. It's not. It's so awesome. It's the best. Why? Because I watched everything else. Everything else I've seen, I'm like, okay, we gotta start paying for the stuff you want. We gotta pay to play here, okay? It's good. It's awesome. And you never want to become like self-aware during a JO sesh, like ever, obviously. Obviously, that's bad in any situation. But I have become self-aware during these JO sessions enough where I go, I'm sort of like the Fred Flintstone of jacking off because I'm kicking my fucking feet around like crazy, like he's in the goddamn car trying to go to work or something. And every time I come, it's like, yabba dabba doo! Wilma! Barney, I'm gonna need you to suck me off. The women aren't here. I'm gonna need you to suck me off. Oh, gee, Fred, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I don't know if I'm comfortable with that. Get the kids out of here. Get Pebbles and Bam Bam out of here. I'm horny and I need to get sucked off. Okay, Fred, whatever you say. So I was flying a lot more, obviously. I was flying on planes a lot more during this time. And I hate flying. Flying sucks. Anybody else feel that way? That flying sucks? Nope, just me. That's cool. Flying is bad. I didn't like it before COVID. I really don't like it now. It's way worse than now than it was before COVID. And people hate sitting next to me on the plane because I'm fat. And I get that because I hate sitting next to fat people too. So it all evens out. I get it. I totally get that. But I always can tell when someone's about to sit next to me on a plane. They have such an obvious tell. I'll show you guys what it is. So obvious. They walk down the aisle like 16. Fuck no. Fuck no, are you kidding? Of course. Fuck my fucking life. Fuck my stupid fucking life. To sit next to that fucking piece of shit on my 6-hour flight? Fuck! Sorry, I'm just gonna squeeze. I'm just gonna squeeze in. Sorry. For the holidays, you know? I just have a sixth sense about it. I don't know what it is. I just have like a sixth sense about it. And one of those times that I flew home was for Thanksgiving. So fun to go home for Thanksgiving, especially when it's your mom's last Thanksgiving. Okay. Had to be said. Because it was her last Thanksgiving, her entire family flew up to Portland to do it. And something sort of interesting about those people is I don't like them at all. And that sucked so bad for me to see them. I don't like them so much, I cut off contact with my grandfather on that side of the family like 10 years ago, maybe more, because he's such a bad guy. And then I was sitting there going, why haven't I seen those people in so long? Oh, because I said fuck off and don't contact me anymore. Oh, that's why. Okay. Oh, okay, right. Well, it's going to be good to see them. They'll probably welcome me with open arms, probably. So I don't want to go to this, but I do. Obviously, I go to see my mom. My sister and I are like, this is going to suck, but we'll do a thing where we go to this Thanksgiving for a couple hours, then we go do our dad's Thanksgiving across town. Perfect. And like I said, these people are selfish and patronizing and just generally bad to be around. They're harmful people. They're not good people. For the most part, they're not good people. And so you know it is such a bad situation when you walk in. You haven't seen these people in 10 plus years. And their first thing to do is, oh, it's so good to see you. Come here. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Oh, my God, sit down. It's so good to see you. You're doing comedy? That's so cool. Tell me all about that. That's how you know it's bad, when they're treating you with respect and love. That's how you know that your mom is not long for this earth, when they are being nice to you in that way. So we do the Thanksgiving, whatever, fine. We leave, we go across town to my dad's Thanksgiving. Yep, there we go, we're back. Yes, we're back. We go across town, see our grandparents. My grandparents are so old. They want to do Thanksgiving still, but they can't do it, so they're like, we're going to go to a restaurant, do Thanksgiving at a restaurant. So we get there, my dad's there, my uncle's there, his girlfriend's there, grandparents there, my sister and I walk in. They're kind of already doing it, kind of already doing their thing. We sit down, the waiter comes to the table, and I'm being so deadly serious when I say this. This is not going to sound real. It is 100% real. I look up at the waiter, and I go, oh yeah, I've jacked off to her on OnlyFans. And I went nonverbal the rest of the meal. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that would happen to a guy like me. And she's walking around the table going, what do you want, sweetie? To my sister. And my sister's like, just water, please. And she goes, oh, okay, perfect. And then she walks over to me and she goes, and what can I get you, big boy? And I'm just like scratching my head like, oh, no. I'm holding the menu upside down. Usually when I'm looking at a menu and you're here, it looks a lot different, okay? Looks a lot different, so give me a second. And it was somehow worse than the other Thanksgiving that I had to go to. It was somehow worse. Getting up 8 different times. I guess I have to go to the bathroom again? I guess I have to go again? This is fucked up. My mom, I love my mom. She was a little bit weird to me at times. Not to me, she was just kind of weird. She always said that she was liberal. She always said that she was a Democrat. Sometimes I believed her, sometimes I did not. But she was also kind of woke. I don't think she knew what woke was. She would have hated it, obviously. But I don't really think she knew what it was. But I remember I was telling her a story one time about my friend who happens to be non-binary. So I was using they, them pronouns. Okay, I'm virtue signaling. Okay, you shoot me with a gun. Okay, I was using virtue pronouns. Okay. Yeah. It's fine. I don't care. It's fine. Shoot me. I don't give a fuck. Please don't. So I'm telling the story, and my mom goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know if I heard you right. Did you say that this person was a boy or a girl?" I said, "Oh, actually, they're non-binary. They use they, them pronouns." And my mom's response to that is, "Ooh, I hate that." Ooh, I hate that. And my jaw explodes and I go, "Mom, you can't say that. You can't say that you hate that, Mom." She goes, "I don't hate non-binary people. I hate that I can never remember to use they, them pronouns." And I go, "Yeah, you and everybody else in the fucking world, okay? We're all so scared we're gonna misgender people. Get in the club, it's crowded as fucking here, and we're all doing this. We're all doing this in the club. We all mean so well, and we're gonna mess up. It's okay." My mom was also an alcoholic, and she had borderline personality disorder. And so that was really hard. That was really hard for my sister and I growing up. There were a lot of times where we just didn't get what we needed because she was dealing with her stuff. And I can't imagine how hard that must have been for her. And it's just a horrible situation to have to be raising kids while you're dealing with that. She also would say crazy stuff sometimes because of that. And one of those things was she told me one time, for no reason, people with borderline personality, horrible with boundaries. I was 8 years old, just sitting there. She comes up to me, she's like, "Fucking hate cops. Can't stand cops. Can't fucking stand these guys. They are looking for you to get in trouble. They want to get you in trouble. They're always looking around the corner. They don't care about you." And I'm sitting there going, "That's cool." So basically Anakin's whole thing is that he's the bad guy now, but he was a good guy. And you can't pause during a boss battle, so could you go make dinner, please? You haven't made dinner in so long. Please make dinner. Please. And I'll be honest, when the June 2020 Defund the Police slogan came out, I had no idea what it meant. I had no idea what defund the police meant when it came out. But a lot of people that I respect were like, yes to that. And so I was like, yes, of course. Of course I know what this means, of course. And so I started looking into it, and eventually I went, yeah, I'm down with this. I understand what this means. Super down for it, intellectually. I didn't really start to believe it in my core. And my mom happened to be right in this moment. This is blind squirrel catches a nut every once in a while, okay? Until I was pulled over for my first speeding ticket going 90 miles an hour out of state, got the ticket, said, "Thank you, officer, very much," rolled up my window and said, "Kill them all. All cops are dead cops as far as I'm concerned. Fucking kill them all. Fuck 12 ACAB, baby. Let's go." Until, when it affected me personally as a white man, now I'm like, yeah, defund them, let's go. That's when I cared. During 2020, my mom and I would get together, do walks. It was really nice. Some of my best memories with her, honestly, are from that period. And I just remember in like the summer, like late summer, she said to me, "Are you going to vote for Joe Biden?" Just out of nowhere. "Are you going to vote for Joe Biden?" And I went, "Yeah, probably going to vote for Joe Biden." "Yeah, I think so. I think I'm going to vote for Joe Biden." And she went, "Okay, well, I don't really know who I'm going to vote for yet. I think I just need to see them debate, and then I'll know who I'm going to vote for." Bless my mom's heart, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who also think that they just need to see them debate to know who they're going to vote for. But that is basically like saying, I see the rattlesnake's tail moving really, really fast. I see the fangs come out. I just need to see it bite me to know if it's poisonous or dangerous or not. That's essentially what she just had said to me. And then she came back with her tail between her legs to me one time and went, "I voted for Joe Biden." I was like, cool. I don't fucking give a fuck about that. Okay? That's what's up. I don't fucking give a fuck. Thanks. This is crazy, but when I was like a little kid, my dad worked, my mom didn't. I was home one day after school. I was probably 4 or 5 years old. And my mom's in the kitchen. I'm watching TV. And my mom says, "Come here. We go into the kitchen. Go through the kitchen, the dining room, into the dining room to this room we had where it was like a sitting room, like a sunroom. Beautiful room. I still picture it in my mind 100% clearly. We had 2 cats at the time. One of the cats was sitting on the couch. We're behind the couch like this. And my mom goes, Watch this. Watch me do what I do. Watch this. And the cat got up and jumped and went out of the room. And I said, what was that? And we never talked about that ever again. Happened one time. Never brought it up. Don't know why she did that. And that was it. That was awesome. I think about that so much. Why did she do that? That's crazy of her. One of the last real things I got to do with my mom was we went to New York together last March. We went to go see Billy Joel at Madison Square Garden. She really wanted to do it. I really wanted to do it. Great trip. One of the best trips of my entire life. My mom had not been to New York in 40 years. She was scared to go to New York. I'm like, you're going to be fine. I promise. You're going to be fine when we go to New York. And we went. We had a great time. Had a great time seeing Billy Joel. And on the first night that we were there, we were walking to see a different show in Midtown Manhattan, possibly the busiest place in the entire world. Definitely the busiest place in the U.S. probably. And I think it's a undiscussed rule that unless you are told to stop, you just keep walking. You just keep going. We are on 8th Avenue in Midtown Manhattan. I am leading the charge because she doesn't know what the fuck she's doing. And I am walking down the street trying to get us to the theater. And I look back. What did you do? My mom's still there? Cool, we're gonna go. Oh, my mom's still there? Cool, we're gonna go. Until one time I looked back, couldn't see her. No idea where she was. So I stop. Now I'm breaking the rule. And from about 10 feet away I hear, Noah, look. And she is just stopped in the middle of the sidewalk on 8th Avenue in Midtown Manhattan going, look at the sign. And it was a sign that had the Minions on it. And it said, when we're here, it's the big banana. And I go, Mom, no! And I see the guy with his head down, boom, right into my mom. Second guy, boom, right into my mom. Third guy, boom, 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 boom. 50 fucking guys stopping walking pedestrian traffic in Midtown Manhattan. And I drop to my knees like, no, God damn it, no! You maniac! You fucking maniac! Oh shit, is that a hot dog cart? Let's get hot dogs. Do you want a hot dog? 2 hot dogs. Mustard? 2 with mustard. Do the 50 guys want hot dogs? 52 hot dogs, please, with mustard. Oh, look, a pretzel. And I'm fine. And then I'm fine. That was my mom. And I miss her a lot. So she dies, and I come back to LA after a few weeks, and I don't know what to do. What do you do? I don't know. I still don't know. I don't think anybody does. So I just sat there and grieved for a while. And I didn't know when I was ever going to want to do anything ever again, truthfully. And then a little idea popped into my head one day, and I said, those Dave Portnoy pizza videos are pretty fucking stupid. What if I just made one that didn't really even parody it? It just kind of did what he does with a small twist. So I made it with my friend. I posted it on TikTok. I was like, this is kind of funny. My friends will like this. Over 80,000 views on this TikTok. I've never gone viral in my entire fucking life. I don't even know if that's viral anymore, to be honest with you. For me, I was like, oh my God, I did it. I'm famous now. Holy shit. And the reason it went viral is because all the comments were mean as fuck. Dave Porkrine, Dave Portley, just stuff like that. And I'm reading these and I'm like, these guys are good. These guys are really funny. And if you don't know what Barstool Sports is, it's a sports and media company that it's sort of like, there we go. This is important. It's sort of like if you got all the worst people from your high school and your college in one room, and they looked at each other and went, yo, dude, mind if I say it? And the other guy goes, nah, dude, go for it. I was hoping you would. You mind if I say it? Hell no, dude, I was hoping you would. Maybe we could say it together. 1, 2, 3. Gotcha, just playing. Obviously not going to say that. Come on now. Thought you only be better than that, for real. Come on now. So I want to say something to the Barstool Sports population out there, if you're listening to me. Number 1, thank you for helping my video go kind of viral by leaving mean comment. And number 2, I hope all the sexual assault battles that you are currently embroiled in go exactly the way they're supposed to. Check, did it. Check, bing. Mother's Day was this month, and I knew that day was gonna suck so bad. And I didn't know what I was gonna do, but I wanted to honor my mom in some way. So I racked my brain around it, and I said, what should I do to honor Mom? And then it hit me. My mom always had See's candy around in the house. She loved See's candy. She either had a box, or some lollipops, or some coins, or whatever. She always had a See's candy thing in the house. So I said, I'll go get a box of See's candy to honor my mom on Mother's Day. And I never bought See's candy before. So I go to the Grove. Cool, very cool. Very cool of me to go to the Grove. Very cool. Very cool. And I go to the Grove, and I walk into the See's candy store, and it's exactly like I've seen all the other See's candy stores. And I look at the price tag, and it says one box of candy is $30. And I said, oh, I don't really want to honor my mom that bad, actually. I don't think I really want to honor her $30 for okay chocolate. Enough. But I did. I got the chocolate. I got the candy for my mom. Ate it over the course of a day. Or whatever, maybe 2. I don't know, whatever, fuck it. And that was nice. It was a nice way to honor my mom. Small way, but a nice way. And my dad called me. He wanted to check in on me on Mother's Day. I think you can see where this is going. And he says, how you doing today? I go, I'm pretty sad. Pretty sad. But to let you know, I did honor Mom. Went to the See's candy store, and I got her a box of chocolate. He goes, that's awesome. That's awesome. What'd you get? And I said, I got the assorted chocolates. Just the regular assorted chocolates. And the conversation just stopped right there. But he said to me, ooh, your mom's favorite was actually Nuts and Chews. And I said, how about you chew on these nuts, motherfucker? Okay? And he loved that. He loved when I said that to him. He loved it. He said, this is the best. I love you for this. My dad also just recently found out about the is a hot dog a sandwich debate. I think that somehow parents have access to Facebook from 10 years ago at any given point. And I think he just found out about it. Because anytime that we're kind of having even the smallest disagreement, he'll hit me with, well, you don't think a hot dog is a sandwich, so. This fucking idiot doesn't think a hot dog is a sandwich. And so if he wants to use that kind of rhetoric on me, I'll use the same that era rhetoric, internet rhetoric on him. So I've been saying, you are gay. You are a gay person. And he's a Gen Xer, so his response is always, haha, very funny, but I'm not gay, actually. I'm actually a straight person, actually. Believe it or not, but I understand what you're trying to do. I'm like, that's what a gay person would say. You are a gay guy. And he doesn't respond, and I think that's cool. I think that's cool. That's the relationship we have. How am I doing on time, John? Damn, look at me. Holy shit. That's crazy. Okay. Yeah. We'll just do that. We'll do this part of the show and then we'll go home. Okay? I was going to do a third part, but I don't want to do it. I'm tired as hell. I'll just do it another time. Doesn't have I don't have to do it now, I guess. But I am going to sit down like Dave Chappelle for this part. Because he is my favorite comedian. And I like the new stuff more than the old stuff. Just playing, I'm just kidding. Actually, I actually need this. Dropped it on the ground, but I need it. Before my mom died, right before she died, I was worried that I would never feel loved and supported ever again. Because even though she had her issues, and sometimes those issues took her away from her kids, I knew more than anything in the world that she loved me, and that she always is going to love me, even if she's not here. And I was freaking out about that before she died. But I had a realization that love does not die. The person may die, but the love does not die. And I knew this part of the show was going to come, and I was like, what the hell am I going to say at this part? And I was like, just say what's on your mind. And I think it's just important to remember that love does not die. That lives on forever. Art and love live on forever, even when the person is gone. And the anticipatory grief of my mom dying and the actual grief of when she did die is horrible. And it goes up and down in waves. But whenever I'm really sad about it, I remember that this is actually a gift because it is a testament to how much I loved her and how much I do love her still. And when I'm really sad, I think about that. I think it's important to think about that when you're really sad. That's just a testament to how much you give a fuck, how much you love somebody. And my mom had her issues. My dad has his issues. And unfortunately, their issues kind of were at war with each other. So when I wasn't being taken care of by my mom, Dad didn't really know how to step up in a way that I needed. He was very good at taking care of the actual logistics stuff, but he didn't really know how to handle the emotion stuff. So I went around in my life for a long time thinking that I'm sort of a freak for feeling the way I feel. Nobody else feels the way I do about anything. And it's isolating to feel that. It's really isolating to feel stuff like that. And so what I hope for everyone in this room is that you never feel shame about what you feel or who you are, what you believe in or what you like. Because life is so short and we can't go around thinking about that kind of stuff. And if you're like, well, I feel that way because I don't feel loved, I promise you, if you look around, so many people love you, so many people care about you, so many people want what's best for you, and you can give it to yourself. You can give it to yourself. And that's the most important, is to be able to give that to yourself. And I've been learning a lot about that recently because it's great. I promise you it's great. It feels hard, it maybe feels impossible, but it's great when you're able to do that. And I have a complicated relationship with both my parents. One's no longer here, one's still here. And when my mom told me she had cancer, and again, I can't speak for anybody else's relationship, but I just know that for mine, when she told me that, all the resentment, anger, and frustration, and sadness, and disappointment just kind of took a back seat, and I just wanted to spend time with her. I just wanted to spend as much time with her as I could for the remainder of her life. And I'm glad I got to spend as much time with her as I did. And I feel her love with me all the time. And what I hope for every single person in this room, and everyone in your lives, is that you get to do things you love You get to be with people you love, and you get to do things you love with people you love, because I don't really think anything else matters, ultimately. And I have no idea what I'm doing at any points. I don't know what I'm going to do after this. This is kind of what I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow or the next day, both literally and in the existential sense of the word. And I think that's okay, because I think when you don't know, it means that you're on the authentic path to be doing what you want to be doing and not on somebody else's path. And I wouldn't have been able to come to any of these realizations or any of these ideas without the love that I feel from my friends. I have the best friends in the entire world. I believe that. I really believe that. I'm so fucking thankful for you guys, because it was so hard, and I didn't talk about this for such a long time because I was so ashamed and sad and grief-stricken about it. But I wish I had earlier, because I have so many good people in my corner. So I want to thank you guys so much for that. And I want to thank you for coming tonight. Thank you so much. Other comics, come on stage. Konner and Emily and Oba, come on stage. Konner, Oba, Emily, give it up. Give it up for yourselves, for coming out, for being awesome people. Thank you. I love all of you guys so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Thank you.